Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Dose. Today is Friday, January 27th, and we close out the week with another day of gains on the S&P 500. We were up a quarter of a percent today on the S&P 500. We were up as much as like 0.86% about on the S&P 500 on the day. You can see we got up near the 4,100 level, which is exactly where we said we expected to get to before we started seeing some selling pressure. We did see some selling pressure at the end of the day, about in the last half hour, and we sold back to the 4070, but we're still green on the day. The S&P 500 has been looking pretty bullish since breaking through the 200-day moving average and this trend line, and we're still kind of having that momentum to the upside. Now, obviously, we've run into a resistance here, but now we'll really see how much strength is behind this rally, and I think that that'll be really interesting to see. Obviously, we still have a lot of forces working against us, especially at the Fed. We can't ignore what's happening there, but there are a lot of reasons to be bullish now. We've had some pretty good earnings come in. There's a lot of breadth in this market. We're seeing value go up. We're seeing growth go up. We're seeing tech go up. We're seeing risk on assets go up. And that's a good thing to see if you're a bull. If you're a bear, you're going to keep saying that this is just another bear market rally, that yes, we went through the trend line and through the 200-day moving average, but you could say that the Fed isn't done hiking rates yet. Commodity prices are up. Oil prices are up. The Fed still is going to have to raise rates higher and hold them there for the rest of the year to really bring inflation back down to its target. Year-over-year inflation still over 6%. And so then you could say that the Fed still is going to drive the value of the stock market lower. And the only reason that we broke through the trend line and the 200-day moving average in the first place is because we're in a dead period with the Fed where they are not speaking at all until Jackson Hole, and so there's a lot of speculation in the market. So there really are two different narratives you could go with here. Obviously, I'm just here to bring the facts, talk about it, have a short little recap at the end of the day. And technically, we are strong, but there are a lot of fundamentals that are working against us at the same time, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see how all that plays out. So let's look at Bitcoin. Another day of consolidation for Bitcoin around the 23,000. Again, we had this really big run up. Bitcoin does do this during its big runs where it'll go up really fast and then consolidate for a couple of days and then go up really fast and then consolidate for a couple of days. So we could be in another kind of period of that consolidation. And if you really want to get skeptical on it, it has rallied the past 2 weekends. And so I do think that maybe you'll look at that. That is really all I had to say about the markets today. It would be interesting if Bitcoin rallied on the weekend again for a third straight week. Both of those rallies have corresponded with the following stock market rally and then in the week to follow. So I think it'd be really interesting maybe if Bitcoin sold a little bit this weekend and then we got a stock market sale or a stock market selling off next week, how that would maybe work. But I am watching that closely. We even got a little tick up as the markets were closing on Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens with that. But other than that, I hope everyone had a great week and a good Friday. I really do appreciate everyone watching and listening to this episode. Please subscribe on YouTube and follow wherever you listen to podcasts. But until next week, I hope everyone has a great weekend, and thank you for listening.